World of YouTube table site here. Today I'd like to announce the new morning show on Wzlx. Go figure, the day I turn the radio back on, they literally have a new morning show. Now, for all of you that have not watched my video yet on why I stopped listening, was due to the guy named Rich Shing Dong, whatever the hell his name is, Rich, Stitch, Mitch, and I won't get his name right. Anyways, because he sucked. Literally sucked. But, all in all, I'm glad to see that Wzlx has gotten their heads out of their butts. Two reasons why I stopped listening. Because of that guy. And one would be the fact that, I'll just say it now, hell with it. First off, he told a story about his uncle, grandfather, whatever the case may be, but they were at a birthday party for the guy's niece. And what does this old man say? Oh, do that sexy dance that Marilyn Monroe did for the president. Do the sexy dance. And right there at that moment, I was disgusted. Who in their right mind is going to have a relative talk to their relative about doing the sexy Marilyn Monroe dance? Who? Sick. Second reason would be due to the fact of, they talk about this other guy who's a radio announcer, and this dude literally is a chauvinist pig. Would say a womanizer, chauvinist pig. As they talk, and they kept giving him airplay. They kept mentioning his name. I went on like 2 months later or something, or a month later, and they still had this guy up on the air talking about him. Even though they didn't like him, blah, 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 they still gave him publicity. In the story, the first story that they said that once again disgusted me, is this guy's talking about me and my girlfriend were, having problems at the time, and they were arguing and they were fighting, and all of a sudden he went into the bathroom or bedroom through the door and saw her butt sticking out at him, and he went up to her and said, I forgot what we're fighting about, baby, and they made love. And it was like, what the come on. You're going to waste airtime talking about a chauvinist pig. And that's right. The guy ain't with the woman no more. But they're playing his story time, telling his audience this story about how women get along, and oh man, just show me your butt, and I'm gonna look at her butt and everything's all right. Come on, how sick can you be? Right. So, and the third thing is the most important one of all. The guy knew nothing of classic rock. Well, he knew a few things, probably looking it up on his phone under the desk, but I don't think he had the knowledge to keep that radio station going. And all he ever talked about anyways was sports. Sports this, sports that, sports. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do occasionally myself watch sports, but I can't, because my father used to always have his radio blaring, and when he passed away, man, I just listening, watching, and it just brings back too many old times. And right, I'm more into music, Anyways, it's good to have a sport update here and there, but this guy constantly sports, and it's a classic rock radio station. And the music he would play was barely little. So, if that tells you anything. So, moving on from that, that's right. I did not and would not take my time to stay and listen to that radio station. No more. But today, I turn it on just to see what the hell's going on for the hell of it. And now this. Chuck Nolan. That's right. The Evening Rockers taking over the show. Today is his first day, I guess. And how ironic is that? Turning on the radio and there it is. But all in all, they did something good from what they did tasteless in bringing Stitch, Mitch, Rich, Bitch, whatever his fucking name is. And Wright did something good. Because how they did Heather and Pete, I'm still not satisfied. And I did see a post from Pete from a long time being off Facebook, Instagram, literally X, or as I call it, 10. Because they didn't say nothing to their fans. And they still haven't said nothing. I made a comment to him and he never responded, and he well knows who I am, so. But I don't think they even want to talk about what distastefulness that they got getting shut off from that show. But thankfully they got their butts out of their mouth, shall say, and brought someone forth that will, and I think do very well as a morning show host. Chuck Nolan. Like I say, man, it's sick how they just, and all I can say, the bad taste left in your mouth for that. Kevin Carlson passed away a couple years ago, and it's just, man, can't get over it. You can believe it or not, there was 2 radio stations in my life that I did like. Wzlx being the first. And I've been up and down the East Coast, traveling to Florida, all the way back here to New England. And I can't even say across the land, but all up and down the East Coast, I never found a radio station nor the authenticity of the Wzlx morning show. So that being said, police, po-po, 5-0. With that being said, it's just, I can't even explain how, and they knew they lost, fans by bringing this other guy in. I've read nothing but bad comments of this guy and how he, literally was not good. So, anyways, I'm glad they're back to normal. If anybody stopped listening, and if you get this, I would assume you'd want to go re-listen. Because Chuck's been on there for a long time too, so. Game changer, folks.